Triple H is the current WWE's Chief Content Officer. Under his leadership, the Stamford-based promotion is now gearing up for Survivor Series War Games 2024. Amidst this, Montez Ford recently went public with his frustration over his booking in WWE. The Street Profits member expressed disappointment that his team hasn't won the tag team titles in the past 4 years, while newer teams have risen and claimed championships. Ford also noted that fans seem to forget about the Street Profits, only remembering them as a team frequently beaten down by the Bloodline. Commonly, WWE stars refrain from criticizing their booking, which is why Montez Ford could face consequences for speaking out. In this instance, Triple H might even consider taking him immediately off television as a potential form of discipline. However, this punishment is not likely to unfold, given that the company's approach has shifted significantly since the game took over as Chief Content Officer. Under Vince McMahon's regime, superstars were sometimes punished for minor reasons, but with Triple H, the environment has become less punitive. Instead, Ford's comments might prompt Triple H to reconsider the Profits booking, as he is known to take note when wrestlers voice concerns about their storyline direction. Thus, Ford's decision to speak up could lead to either positive or negative consequences. The last time Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins competed on Friday Night SmackDown was October 25, 2024, when they defeated Pretty Deadly in a tag team match. The former tag team champions were absent from the Crown Jewel Premium Live event, but Triple H could improve their booking by giving them more victories similar to their last match. Securing wins against other tag teams would help Montez and Angelo build momentum and re-establish themselves as a dominant tag team. This could potentially lead to a title shot against Motor City Machine Guns for the WWE Tag Team titles. Alternatively, the game could consider moving the Street Profits to NXT or Monday Night Raw. Sending them to the developmental brand could allow WWE to reintroduce them as a stronger team before bringing them back to the main roster. If the CCO chooses to move them to Raw, it could be done via trade, giving the Street Profits a fresh start with new feuds, and even a potential title shot for the World Tag Team titles. In professional wrestling, behind-the-scenes decisions and controversies can be as compelling as the on-screen drama, and recently, Triple H, WWE's Chief Content Officer, reportedly had to make the call to take a superstar off TV for airing grievances publicly. If these reports are accurate, it opens up questions about the superstar's future, WWE's expectations for its talent, and the potential fallout of this decision. Let's delve into why WWE takes this approach, explore potential punishments, and speculate on the storyline ramifications of a superstar being sidelined. WWE operates with a mix of show business and athletic professionalism. Part of its allure is the dramatic storytelling, both scripted and unscripted, and Triple H, who oversees WWE's creative direction, has his hands full with maintaining the company's image while keeping the talent happy. When a wrestler speaks out against WWE or its creative decisions, it has the potential to impact not only the individual but the brand as a whole. Public frustration, especially from a high-profile wrestler, can alter fans' perceptions, affecting ticket sales, ratings, and ultimately, WWE's reputation. For that reason, WWE executives are particularly vigilant about managing these situations. Wrestlers today have platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube that can amplify their frustrations to millions within minutes. For the WWE, a single tweet or a post can spiral out of control, putting pressure on management to take action. By removing a superstar from television, WWE sends a message to both the fans and the rest of the roster that there are consequences for going against the company. WWE's potential disciplinary actions vary depending on the wrestler's contract status, their marketability, and the nature of their comments. Here are some ways WWE might respond to a superstar's public airing of frustrations. Suspension from television. This is the most common approach when a superstar steps out of line publicly. Taking the wrestler off TV can serve as a cooling-off period. In this case, the wrestler gets time away from the ring, while WWE can reassess its relationship with the superstar. This also shows the fan base that WWE is firm about professionalism. Removal from storylines. Wrestlers who are heavily involved in ongoing storylines pose a unique challenge. When a key player is taken off TV, it disrupts continuity. WWE may choose to modify storylines, adding another wrestler to fill the spot or wrapping up that storyline early. This can have ripple effects across the entire roster as it forces creative adjustments for everyone involved. Relegation to lower card matches. If a full suspension isn't deemed necessary, WWE could instead demote the wrestler temporarily. They might appear in lower card matches or less prominent roles, essentially paying their dues again in the eyes of management. This form of punishment allows the wrestler to stay active while diminishing their on-screen presence as a reprimand. Contract adjustments or fines. For wrestlers under long-term contracts, WWE may impose financial penalties or adjust the wrestler's terms. This could include restricting the wrestler's out-of-ring activities or appearance schedule. While WWE typically handles these changes privately, any contract adjustment can have a significant impact on the wrestler's career. Future storyline opportunities. WWE is known for transforming real-life controversies into engaging storylines. If a high-profile star is taken off TV, they could return with a revamped character arc that plays into their public outburst, rebranding them as a rebellious figure. This could create intrigue, but it's a risk if fans view the punishment as too harsh. As a former wrestler himself, Triple H is in a unique position to understand the frustrations that wrestlers feel. He has likely felt the same pressures in his own career, whether it's about how much screen time he got, storyline direction, or the intense fan expectations. However, in his role as an executive, he has a responsibility to protect the company's image and enforce discipline. With WWE now publicly traded and its partnerships with networks like NBC Universal and Fox, the stakes for handling PR issues delicately are even higher. Triple H, since taking the helm, has emphasized creative freedom, but within limits. He encourages superstars to bring their personalities to their characters, but maintains a zero-tolerance policy for actions that might harm the company's reputation. By taking swift action against a public complaint, Triple H reasserts WWE's standard of professionalism and sends a message that frustrations should be handled internally, not in the court of public opinion. For the affected superstar, being removed from TV is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it allows them time to reassess their stance and potentially mend the relationship with WWE management. On the other, it could stall their career trajectory, especially if they were gaining momentum with fans. When a superstar is absent from WWE programming, there's always a risk of them being forgotten by fans, as WWE's fast-paced storytelling and fresh faces can quickly overshadow those on the sidelines. The absence could also be a launching pad for the superstar's return with more fanfare. Sometimes, WWE leverages the absence makes the heart grow fonder philosophy, as seen with past stars who return to enthusiastic reactions. However, the success of such a return would depend on the superstar's status with WWE and the effectiveness of the storyline they return to. In the age of social media, fans are more vocal than ever about WWE's internal affairs. They quickly catch on when a superstar is missing or if rumors circulate about backstage heat. A decision like removing a superstar from TV can have mixed reactions. Some fans may side with the superstar, empathizing with their frustration, while others may back WWE's decision, viewing it as necessary discipline. WWE must carefully weigh these reactions, as the fanbase's loyalty and engagement are crucial to the brand's success. Additionally, when fans get behind a disgruntled wrestler, WWE has to walk a fine line between maintaining order and not alienating its audience. WWE learned this lesson years ago with superstars like CM Punk, who aired his grievances publicly, only to see fans rally around him. Situations like these have led WWE to rethink how it handles discontent, but the consistent approach remains to keep disagreements internal whenever possible.